then. And anyway, we've talked about the first before I say anything, what I'd really like to do is I'd like to ask each of you to just introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your background and interest in meditation and why you're here, what you would like to be able to get out of it. And we'll start each session with a little bit of talking just because in these days of social isolation, this is one of the chances that we actually get to talk to one another. And that is good for all of us. Anyway, how about you, Trish?
Oh, I'm Trish Brimhall, and I've been here in Lakeside 3 years. And
Wow.
I was fortunate enough to take the elderhood class that just ended just before the COVID hit. So, yep. And I got reintroduced. Well, I shouldn't even say reintroduced. My son had talked to me about meditation because he's done it for many years. And I was pleased to hear that Richard would do that too. So I went to a couple of classes at his home, as well as the meditation that we did at elderhood class.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it, but now I need the booster shot.
Very
So
good.
that's why I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
Reintroduced.
Okay, how about you, Elaine?
Well, I just moved here in September, and I've been meditating for probably, I don't know, about 30 years, but it's sure saved my ass a lot of times. And I just want to deepen it and maybe try some different avenues or techniques to see if I can deepen it or expand it or improve it. Or
Okay,
so here.
very good. Well, welcome. How about you, Dee Dee?
Well, I'm here in Puerto Vallarta right now. Actually, I came to Puerto Vallarta in 2003, and so I've been in Mexico for many years. And I came to Lakeside. I live in Ajijic in 6 years ago, and we're here just here on vacation. I have been meditating on and off for many years. I've been doing Kundalini yoga, and that really puts me into the mindset of meditating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back to Kundalini yoga. I love it. And during COVID especially, I found that meditation was very, very helpful to me. When I'm on vacation, unfortunately, well, no, I meditate. I'm doing walking meditation. I've been walking on the beach, and I just love walking on the beach by myself. And I find that I'm much better at a walking meditation than I am at a sitting. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. I also have been doing walking meditation for probably 35 years, so I'm fond of it too. Anyway, this is sitting meditation today.
Okay.
How about you, Cheryl?
I've been coming to Lakeside for about 12 years now. I do go back to Canada in the summer when the weather is good, and there I do a lot of hiking and backpacking. And I also do a fair amount of hiking here in the mountains. And it occurred to me in the last year or so that my body won't always allow me to do that, and that I needed to look for some other way to sort of settle myself and just some way to connect with the world at large. And so I'd heard that meditation was really good for doing that. So when the COVID issue first started, I started to meditate. And and I was pretty dedicated until I went back to Canada in the summer, and I sort of fell off the wagon, and now I'm looking to kickstart again.
Mhm. Very good. Anyway, so welcome everyone, and let's.
Richard, what about you?
What about me? I've been meditating for regularly for about 35 years. I started trying to meditate in my 20s, doing things like watching candles. Remember that? And things like that, and never got uh,
I'm gonna go bedroom because
from it.
it's
And
meditation.
then I started mindfulness practice about 35 years ago. I'd followed Buddhist stuff also since my 20s, so it was not uh, much of a movement from there to the mindfulness. And then about 30 years ago, I was taken to some teacher, some genuine enlightened sage, and he started talking. I didn't know what he was saying, but I knew it was the truth. And I'd never heard anybody talk like that before. And I stayed until I understood what it meant. The heart of the practices that he taught were also a meditative practice. It's one that's called self inquiry. And I've combined mindfulness with self inquiry ever since then. I use mindfulness as a regular way to get calm and focused within. And then once I am calm and focused, then I'm able to use the other practice to take myself deeper. So uh, that's kind of my story. Since I've been here, I've for several years have offered in-person meditation courses and things like that, and uh, so now I couldn't do that in the time of COVID, so I decided let's try to do it with Zoom.
Good.
This is what we have. So here, let me start to then. Uh, talk a little bit about uh, what we're going to do. The approach that we will primarily be taking in these sessions is mindfulness. And mindfulness is both effective and easy to get started with. Mindfulness meditation is the practice, which means it's something you do actively, of purposely focusing your attention on the present moment and accepting it without judgment. Mindfulness contributes to your happiness. It usually brings a sense of calm and peacefulness. And being in the present moment, the now, with mindfulness also gives you a chance to experience the underlying joy of life. The only moment you've ever felt joy was in the present moment. So mindfulness and being in the present moment opens the doorway to this joy. Now, Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhist, says, quote, "Nothing is more precious than being in the present moment, fully alive, fully aware." In addition, I find that mindfulness frees my own creative energy. And at this time of my life, that's something that's particularly important. And meditation, though, is more than just mindfulness and being in the now and being calm and peaceful. Meditation is a way to better know yourself and others and the world, and so is a powerful way to bring change into your life. Now, I'm not a guru or some kind of spiritual master. I can say that because I knew one, and I'm not that. I'm just a guy who spent my entire adult life interested in Eastern spirituality. And I practiced mindfulness maybe 35 years as an everyday part of my life. I have a long-standing daily practice, and I'm here to share with you some of what I've learned over the years. And I'll focus on mindfulness, and occasionally I'll introduce some other techniques. And I will start at the very beginning. And though Elaine, people have been doing it for a long time, I've found that starting at the beginning is good, and even for people who have been practicing for a long time. And what I want to happen for each of you is for you to start and maintain a meditation practice as a regular part of your daily life. And when each session after this one, there usually will be 2 periods of meditation, some words from me, and a guided meditation, usually a video. And there'll be time for questions and discussions after the meditations are finished. Are there questions now?
Oh.
Okay, so ready to start. Okay, mindfulness is present moment awareness, paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. And you need to practice this way. Fully receive experience, whatever your experience is, no matter how difficult. Investigate the nature of the experience, like, what does it feel like? Where in my body is this feeling? What ideas and feelings are associated with it, or does it bring up? What have I assumed about myself or the world that led to this feeling? Then let go of the experience, no matter how pleasant or unpleasant it may be. So now we're going to start with our practice, and since I didn't know anything about you, we're going to start small, and we're going to have the first section is just going to be 5 minutes, so a short time. And first, before we start, I will read something from the Buddha Satipatthana Sutra, which are the original instructions of mindfulness about 2,500 years ago.
Mhm.
This text has been used by thousands of people over many centuries. And so I think it's a good place to start. And Buddha's words on mindfulness: she breathes in, aware that she is breathing in. She breathes out, aware that she is breathing out. When she breathes in a long breath, she knows, I am breathing in a long breath. When she breathes out a long breath, she knows, I am breathing out a long breath. When she breathes in a short breath, she knows, I'm breathing in a short breath. When she breathes out a short breath, she knows, I'm breathing out a short breath. And note that Buddha does not instruct us to control our breath. Just watch it, and it will slow and become peaceful on its own. And I have a chime that I will ring to start in meditation. And during the meditation period, I will have a slide up on the screen so you don't have to look at me. Okay, so here we go.
Nice.
Get comfortable. Feet flat on the floor. Hands on your legs or in your lap. Eyes closed or open with a loose focus. Notice your body and then breathe deep, slow breaths. Be aware of, really feel what is happening in your body as the breath comes in. And then as it leaves, it's more about feeling it than thinking about it. Acknowledge thoughts as they come. Just notice them and let them go. You don't need to do anything about any of them. If your mind wanders, just notice and acknowledge that your mind has wandered. Then gently bring your focus back to the feel of your breath. Be present without needing to hurry things along or move on to the next part of the day. Remind yourself that whatever happens is okay. Just notice, let it be, then let it go. All right. Now I'm going to talk for a little bit and then we will watch a meditation video. Now, here are some proven ways that mindfulness brings benefits. It reduces stress, anxiety, and destructive emotions. It increases your sense of well-being, reduces lethargy, and increases energy, both mentally and physically. It reduces depression. It also slows the gradual deterioration of your brain as we age. And I feel like that's important for me today. Mindfulness sharpens memory and increases your focus and attention. And mindfulness frees your creative energy and ideas. Mindfulness improves your emotional and social intelligence and develops your empathy and compassion. It's also been shown to improve relationships. Mindfulness also improves health and actually boosts your immunity. Mindfulness is shown to have beneficial effects on serious illnesses like cancer and heart disease. It creates clearer, more focused thinking, improves confidence and emotional resilience, reduces compulsive and addictive tendencies, and basically, the more mindful you are in your life, the happier you are. And my actual mindfulness practice is I try to remain attentive and mindful every day as much as I can. You know, there are many opportunities to practice, like washing the dishes. It turns out I like washing the dishes. It's funny, because it's a wonderful exercise in mindfulness and action. So the more mindful you are, the happier you are. And everybody wants to be happy. That motivates us all. Okay, so now we have another video or a video, and this will be a 10-minute meditation on mindfulness from some outfit called Your Daily Calm. It's available on YouTube.
Welcome to the Daily Calm. Let's start today's session by finding a comfortable position with a tall, straight back. Allow your arms to rest gently. And when you're ready, close your eyes. Bring full attention to this very moment, settling in and allowing the mind and body to still. And with openness, patience, and curiosity, bring your awareness to the breath. Taking a deep breath in and releasing it fully. Follow the breath as it flows in and out of your body. And taking one last deep breath before letting the breath settle. allowing it to feel natural and easy. Don't try to force the breath or regulate it in any way. Just allow it to flow naturally on its own. And we'll scan down the body now, concentrating our attention from part to part. Start by bringing your attention to the top of your head and scalp, feeling whatever's happening in this area. You might feel tingling or heat, throbbing or soft vibrations. There may be strong sensation, or you might not feel much at all. Now lower your attention to your forehead, face, and jaw. Allow the muscles here to relax. On your next out-breath, let that sensation dissolve. Lower your focus to the neck, letting the throat and sides and back of the neck soften. Notice any sensation that arises on the surface of the skin or deeper within. Now bring your attention to your shoulders, noticing if there's any tension or strain. Breathe into your shoulders, and if any parts feel tight, allow them to relax. Extend your awareness down the arms, towards the wrists, palms, and fingers. On the next out breath, allow them to soften. Now come to the chest, observing the rise and fall of each breath. Notice how the lungs expand and contract. Direct your attention to your upper and lower back. There may be some intensity, as this is an area where we commonly hold stress. If you notice any tension or warmth or discomfort, just observe what's there. With each breath you take, soften just a little bit more. moving your focus around to your abdomen. Notice it expanding, filling up with air, and slowly emptying on the exhale. Then bring your attention to your pelvis. Notice where your body makes contact with the ground or your chair. And direct your breath into this area, relaxing into stillness. Now scan your legs, observing your thighs. Notice where they make contact with your cushion or chair. Lowering your attention to your knees and your shins and calves. Let your legs soften and tensions release. When you're ready, breathe into your ankles, your feet and toes. Let them relax and become soft, sinking into a state of relaxed awareness. And as we near the end of the session, take a moment to notice how you feel. You may find that you're more relaxed, as this is often a common outcome of meditation. And this is one of the reasons why it's so helpful to meditate during times of stress. When we're experiencing stress, our amygdala fires up and it's difficult to make thoughtful decisions. So if we find our mind is clouded due to overwhelm, we can use meditation as a tool to calm the mind down. Ideally, we want to meditate in a preventative way so we don't get to that point. But the practice is here for you whenever you need it. And as we near the end of the session, bring your attention back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes, and slowly open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Calm. I invite you to bring this state of peace with you into the day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right. And now we're going to try just meditating now for 15 minutes. I'll have a video just with ocean sounds and just meditate, be mindful, feel your breath. Here are more words from the Buddha. He says, breathing in, I breathe out in. Breathing out, I breathe out. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my body. Now we'll have a 15-minute meditation. All right. Now, we'll have a chance to ask questions in a moment. First, I just want to say a little more about the basics of mindfulness practice. The first part is start meditating. 15 or 20 minutes a day is good. If you can't do that long, then work up to it. Maybe 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 15 minutes. Start making meditation a daily habit. Set aside some time each day. And this is important. Find a time when you are at your best, when you're the most alert, and where there will be no interruptions. And to make a habit, it's good to meditate at the same time every day. After a while, your body will say, it's time. And it's good to have that habit. It helps. Find a place where you're comfortable and make this your regular meditation place. That's something that helps you just settle in and be comfortable with it. Then, while you're meditating, observe the present moment as it is. The aim of mindfulness is not quieting the mind or attempting to achieve a state of eternal calm. The goal is simple. We're aiming to pay attention to the present moment without judgment. Maybe easier said than done, I know, but everybody can do this. The calm will come on its own accord without trying to get it. And allow thoughts and then return to the mindfulness. It's not about stopping thoughts. Rather, it's about noticing what is there. These unwanted thoughts or distractions are part and parcel of the meditation process. You just learn to notice them without reacting, then returning to meditation again and again. For some people, noticing that you can just notice a thought and that you don't have to do anything about it is a big deal. Let your judgments roll by. When we notice judgments arise during practice, and there mainly will be judgments about ourselves, of course, just make a mental note and then let them pass. Don't hold on to them. Notice and let go. And return to observing the present moment as it is. Our minds often get carried away in thought. That's why mindfulness is the practice of returning again and again to the present moment, to something like the feel of your breath. And be kind to yourself and your wandering mind, and don't judge yourself for whatever thoughts crop up. Just practice recognizing when your mind is wandered and gently bring it back. And practice whenever you can. The more consistently you meditate, the more mindful and peaceful you'll become. Do your meditations wherever and whenever you can fit them in. And 10 minutes is a lot better than no minutes. Okay? And there are many opportunities to meditate that you may not have noticed. One that I like is in the line at the supermarket. It's a great time to meditate. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. You just might as well take a moment to be in the present moment and see what's there. So, questions, discussions?
One thing that I learned in my yoga, and I always try to practice it, is concentrating on the third eye point, which is equidistance between your
Sure.
eyebrows at a half an inch above. And I find when I get there, I can't think about anything else. And that really helps me.
hmm There are a lot of different concentrative approaches, and certainly that is a valid and reasonable one. Uh, what we're trying to do, what I think is good about meditation myself, is that it doesn't require any of this special concentration. It doesn't require tuning out of anything. It's a lot more tuning in than tuning out. And, again, I think that's part of the benefit in terms of the neuropsychology of mindfulness. What the brain scientists have found is that the kinds of meditation that are called open awareness meditation, where you let what's going on be there, actually have better results for your brain than concentration meditation. And I think the reason for that is when you have this open awareness, then your whole brain is involved much more in the meditation. And this involvement of your whole brain is what really brings lasting benefits to the brain. So it's like you're an exercise class for your brain. But, I would say about something like you're talking about, Dee Dee, is the one important element is to find a way to meditate that you can keep up. Because the greatest benefits of meditation occur to those people who just have a regular sustained practice and they can keep it up every day. If you want to help your brain, particularly, you want to have something that you do every day. That's the thing that really brings about the benefits to your poor old brain. Well, that was good. What I'm going to do is I set up the recording and I will post this on YouTube afterwards and send you guys a link. And if it's useful, then maybe it's useful. Whatever it is, I just want you to find a way to keep it up. And if I can help, I'm happy to do so. Okay.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Okay, so
And maybe more. Okay. See you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Richard. Thank you.
Thanks for joining me.